What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form. For the Cowboys in this ball game, I would actually play the Seahawks game that's playing small ball in the passing game with timely shots deep down the field while also leaning on that power running game, running off tackle, and that way they can calm the rush of the Seahawks down. So I would play the Seahawks game this week if I'm the Cowboys. And you can't allow Russell Wilson out of the back door. Those backside defenders, the defensive ends, the outside linebackers, the backside corner, those guys have to remain gap disciplined and alert to what's going on within the play. Otherwise, Wilson can extend the play, and that's how they're able to get big plays deep down the field in the passing game. And back on the offensive side, I would work both Dwayne Harris and Cole Beasley on the outside versus Richard Sherman and company. You want to utilize their quickness against Sherman and work your inside passing game with Dez Bryant and Jason Witten. So I will go a little bit in reverse. Work Harris and Beasley on the outside, keeping Dez Bryant in the slot on the move, and that's how you can have some success. And for the Seahawks in this ball game, it's all about tying up loose ends. They got away with the victory last week versus Washington because they made so many mistakes, both offensively and defensively. That can't happen this week versus a very good team in Dallas. And on defense, you have to blitz Tony Romo. He is one of those quarterbacks that struggles versus the blitz. Either he freezes up and holds that football a little bit too long and takes a sack, or that football is going to come out quick and short, and that way you can rally up and make a tackle. And on offense, you want to stay within the framework of what you do well, running the football, operating off play action, taking those timely shots deep down the field. I know you want to work Percy Hoffman more so in the offense, but you don't have to get outside of what you do offensively in order to do that. So I would say within the framework of your offense, and that's how you can have success versus the Cowboys. The biggest matchup in this ball game involves this guy right here, nose tackle Brandon Mebane of the Seattle Seahawks and center Travis Frederick of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Mebane utilizes the tilted nose technique, which is designed to attack the play side shoulder of the center and try to force a double team. Now, he's been very effective this season with this on both ends of defense, his quickness off the ball, and he's also very strong at the point of attack, and that allows him to penetrate and cause disruption. And you can see right here versus the Washington Redskins how quickly he gets off the football, controls the center, and doesn't allow him to get to the second level, and he makes a play in the backfield. And the reason why this is a huge matchup for Travis Frederick, because he wasn't able to move guys off the spot last week versus the Houston Texans. Now, this is a well-blocked running play by the Cowboys. They love to get guys on the second level. Guards got to where they had to be on those linebackers, but you see right there, Frederick got pushed into the backfield, and if he's not able to bend, get his hands underneath, and drive Mebane off the spot, the Seahawks could have success in stopping DeMarco Murray. So that's why Travis Frederick will probably be the biggest X factor in this game to help this Cowboys offense go. The biggest X factor in this football game for the Cowboys will be the play of their linebackers. They're going to have the tough task of trying to contain Russell Wilson and that intermediate passing game of the Seattle Seahawks. They also have to be a force in the running game and try to beat those guards to the spot. So the linebacking core of the Cowboys, Rolando McClain and company, will have to have huge days in order to come away victorious versus Seattle. And for Seattle, it's going to have to be that offensive line. They're facing a formidable defensive front in the Dallas Cowboys. And what we saw last week versus Washington, they gave up way too many pressures on Russell Wilson. They have to do a better job against Dallas. Again, they're going to try to send that downward pressure down that A and B gap and keep contained on the outside. So it's important for not only the interior offensive line, but those guys out there on the edges to have success. I like the Cowboys in this ball game. They have the ingredients to give Seattle problems this season. I look at their power running game. The offensive line is playing well. Tony Romo is doing a great job taking what the defense is giving him, and those receivers, in my opinion, are excellent. Now, defensively, they're doing a great job within their front seven, playing well, playing gap discipline, and they're playing team defense, and it takes some of the pressure off of that secondary. So I think you'll see the Cowboys play the Seahawks game and look for Tony Romo to have a big day on the ground with his legs, extending plays in the passing game and picking up those cheap first downs on the ground. So I look for the Cowboys to go out to Seattle and knock off the Seahawks. What's up, fantasy football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For all of your starts, sits, fantasy football notes, news, and tidbits, tune into our podcast, Football Game Plan Starting Lineup, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, which is located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan. And don't forget to check out Football Game Plan's NFL Wraparound live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan, where we give you all of our late-minute and last-minute notes, news, and tidbits and thoughts on each and every game on the NFL schedule. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Cowboy fan forums and Seahawk fan forums for always showing Football Game Plan support.